house because this could be the best matchup of the season. The top two teams in the North Division in the XFL. DC's undefeated. St. Louis, their only loss came against DC in that Week 3 showdown. And all the characters, they are ready to have some fun inside the dome. Well, we are also ready to have some fun. What's up, everybody? Welcome inside the booth. Alongside my partner, he's Tom Luganville. I'm John Schriffen. Harry Douglas, Stormy Bonantoni will join us momentarily. Well, Week 3, it was an awesome game for St. Louis. What went wrong, and what do they need to fix here Week 5?
Well, bottom line, they turned over the football. And if you do that, I don't care if you're on the road or in a parking lot or playing at home, you're more than likely going to lose. And they did it 4 times. So here today, they've got to protect the ball and then utilize this raucous crowd to their advantage when they get DC backed up on offense.
All right, as for DC, they have the best run game in the entire XFL. How have they been clicking on the ground?
It's all about the quarterback run, which in professional football we don't see a lot of. And look at the numbers here. DC, you got 6 in the box on defense, 6 offensively. Look at the defensive end crash down against the zone read. Jordan Ta'amu pulls it, and the safety, the deep safety, he's responsible for quarterback. Not only is he out of position, he makes the wrong run fit. Huge gain. Now, numbers are even. 6 in the box, 6 on offense to block, but one of the linebackers walks out. So what do? They check the quarterback lead draw. They move the back over to the left of the quarterback, and now they've got 4 blockers on 3 defenders in the box, and the safety in the middle of the field is responsible for coming up and run support and taking care of the quarterback. So now you think you're going to defend the box, right? You're going to get a numbers advantage on defense. Nope. Now you got the backfield action. What are we going to do? Jordan Ta'amu's going to pull up, and he's going to throw the slant, what they call the Z glance. So no matter what you do defensively versus quarterback run, it is very difficult to be right. When you look at the numbers for DC, look at the quarterback rushes of 10-plus yards. Big, explosive plays, and they love to run the football in the nation's capital, and they love to do it with 2 quarterbacks who are with Harry Douglas right now.
Yes, guys, I'm with this dynamic duo, Jordan Ta'amu and also De'Aaron King. And Jordan, I'll start with you. Yeah. You know this place is going to be loud. Yeah. What did you guys do to prepare for the crowd noise this week?
All week we had like a loudspeaker right next to our ears. Work silent, work clap, everything we can do to be ready for this.
Derek, I want you to tell the world why you guys' relationship has been able to work so well off the football field and also on the football field.
I think it's just about mutual respect. I respect this guy. I respect the way he comes to work every day, and we have a great friendship, so that's why I think it works.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. I'm going to toss over to Stormy Bonantoni, who has.
Yeah, Harry, thank you so much. It's getting loud in here, Coach. What was your final message to this group of guys about defending the dome, especially after the way last game went?
Yeah, well, our fans are out here today to push us through. This is a payback game now. This is our second opportunity to go against DC. They took from us, and we gotta get it back. So this guy worked extremely hard this week, and we look forward to seeing him go out there and play.
The quarterback run game for DC has really tripped up a number of teams in this league. Wasn't quite as impactful when they played you guys. What's the key to limiting their production?
Well, we got to take away something. I think we did take a little bit of that run away last game, but they caught us on a couple passes. So we got to be better in the secondary in this game, and I expect that to happen. So our defense has a big answer to call today.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks for
John, you can feel the rumble in here already.
My goodness, we've got a leprechaun. We've got
St.
all
Louis
types
has
of
deferred their
characters.
possession
It's going to be a fun one today.
DC will receive to start the game.
So you just heard it. DC will start with the ball. And if you're new to the XFL, we've got new rules, and it all starts off the kickoff. Donnie Hagman, he will have to kick the ball within a 20-yard kickoff zone. And the reason for that, we want to see more action. We want more returns, and the XFL has proved they've got more returns than the NFL. Both teams will line up 5 yards apart. They cannot release until the ball is touched. That is for player safety.
I love that you get the purity of the true kickoff return, plus the player safety, everybody wins.
So the ball is within that 20-yard zone. Ezzard, Fields, there they go. We are underway in the zone, in the dome, and Ezzard with a good return across the 40-yard line. Bring them out, bring them out. DC defenders on offense, undefeated.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go. All right, let's go. Flex right hack. 23 T drink. Hold on, ready.
See the numbers there for Jordan Ta'amu. That was last time, 2 weeks ago. Not a great day through the air, but really good and productive on the ground, as we've shown you. And they're going to need more of that today, as this DC offense is down a running back in their depth chart.
All right, Marquell Armstead is out, a late scratch with an ankle injury. Abram Smith gets the start in the backfield. First throw is a Lucky Jackson. Tries to make something happen. He is tripped up by Mike Hampton after a gain of 5.
Spread left, 23 lock, 23 lock. Stop. Hey, 22, 20, hey, 23. 23.
23, that's their zone to the left. Should be an inside run to the tailback.
Ready.
2nd and 5 from the 46. They go back to Jackson. And once again, it's Mike Hampton there on the stop. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and short. Here's Reggie Barlow. We talked to him this week about the crowd noise. He said, we went to YouTube. We pumped it all week in practice to get our offense ready to handle this noise here in the Dome.
So far, they look like they're communicating just fine.
Ready.
On 3rd and 1, handoff is to Smith, and he's got plenty for a first down.
Trail left.
I like this pace of play right now.
Ricky. Here we go, Ricky. Here we go. Ready.
Into St. Louis territory, 1st and 10. Throw across the middle, that one is complete. That's Briley Moore, the tight end. That's a big catch because Ethan Wolf, the starting tight end, is inactive this week, a gain of 9.
Let's go.
Showing their depth at tight end here, and I love the pace of play. Get to the ball, snap it.
Ready.
Got St. Louis on their heels right now a little bit.
2nd and 1. Smith picks up another first down, move the chains. There's offensive coordinator Fred Keiss.
Spread right.
5-9, 16 kick, 5-9.
16 kick, 59. Let's go. Here we go. Ready.
Play out.
1st and 10. Sets up the screen to Chris Blair. He's got room to run. And a nice run after the catch picks up 12 yards.
Linda.
Harry, how about this tempo for this offense?
Here we go. Ready.
Noise out of it.
1st and 10, handoff is to Smith, and St. Louis will bottle him up a loss of 4.
Ace right. 29 lock.
29 lock.
Zeke Lance. 29 lock. Zeke Lance.
29 lock.
That's you, Chris.
You heard me reference
Let's go.
when we came on air the Zeke Lance. So they're going to have some backfield action. They could hand it off here, but if he sees that slant route coming behind, he may pull it and throw it here.
They hand it off to Smith over that left side, lowers the shoulder, picks up 5, and
Texas right.
Ben DeLuca with a big stop on defense.
Tucson. Let's go.
Yeah, guys, I think this is a great job by DC and offensive coordinator Fred Keiss, trying to take the crowd out of things early, going a little tempo, stringing plays together. Let's see how they do on this 3rd down.
Hard to keep this crowd out of it. It is loud. 3rd and 9. Ta'amu scanning the field, avoids the rush, steps up, still on his feet, stretched, but he's going to be just short of the first down. That was a good effort by Ta'amu. Let's see what they decide to do here on 4th and short.
Flex right, Queen. 16, fire. 16, fire.
Boy, Jordan Ta'amu, he had the front door right there. If he takes off to the right, he may have scored. Nevertheless, he makes the plays with his legs. Here you're going to see quarterback run.
Ta'amu keeps it himself, moves those legs, gets the first down. How about that decision to go for it on 4th and short?
I like it. I don't think field goals are winning this football game.
Trey empty.
Get wide out in for a running back. 0-1, get wide out in for a running back. Trey empty. 51 Tucson, wide
51
spot.
Tucson, wide spot.
51 Tucson, wide spot.
I love how quickly Fred Keiss is getting the play into the quarterback. Gives you more time at the line of scrimmage. You can get into the right play. They are really efficient right now.
1st and goal from the 9. 4 wide receivers set with the tight end in the middle. Throwing end zone. Batted away, incomplete. That was Mike Hampton there in coverage. But we do have a flag.
Number 8.
Pass interference. Number 8 at the defense. foul occurred in the end zone, ball will be placed on the 1-yard line with an automatic first down.
I think right off the break, they're going to call Mike Hampton. You see there, number 8.
Two tights, 11, 12 personnel, 12 personnel, 12 personnel.
The fans are seeing it on the Jumbotron, and they're not happy.
Yeah, I think it was his right arm around the hip.
Sugar huddle. Pro right, Zin. Pro right, Zin. 17, fire. 17, fire.
17, fire. On one, ready.
11th play of the drive coming up. Opening possession of the ball game for DC. They'll have it at 1st and goal from the 1.
You hear those teen numbers, 17, 16, 18, 19. Those are quarterback run numbers.
Ta'amu keeps it. Can he get there? No, he cannot. Carson Wells tracks him down.
Pro right, pro right. 126 flood. 126 flood.
126 flood.
All right, they're going to throw this right here.
Josh, clear it out. Get that back line and clear it out of there.
You hear Fred Kice there directing some of the personnel, making sure they're right on what their responsibility is.
So a loss of 4. 2nd and goal, rolling out, backside pressure. Ta'amu, end zone, and he airmails it. Travis Feeney was the man trying to track him down from behind.
Travis Feeney, a really gifted pass rusher.
Ace right, 11 personnel, 11 personnel.
You also see 98 in pursuit there as well.
72 squirrel, F shoot. 72 squirrel, F shoot.
F shoot.
Hurry up.
Play clock's at 5.
5 seconds.
3rd and goal from the 4. Here comes the pressure. We have a penalty flag before the snap.
That was good.
Delay game. Offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
A delay of game will back him up 5 yards. Do these fans in St. Louis love football or what?
Show up and show out.
14 Denver, slants. 14 Denver, slants. Squirrels to the right, squirrels to the right. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel.
Here we go.
3rd and goal from the 9. Empty backfield. Ta'amu trying to make it on his feet. And he is spotted just short. Now, did the ball come out? BattleHawks defenders are pointing.
Ruling as the runner was down short of the goal line.
Here we go, here we go.
I think Fornadell recovered it, number 77.
No. Flex. Flex, Queen. 16 fire. Flex, Queen. 16 fire.
16 fire.
Hurry up. Flex, Queen. 16 fire.
Offense stays on the field.
Those teen numbers again, you know what's coming off of that.
4th and goal from the 1. Ta'amu trying to stretch. He doesn't get it. BattleHawks stopped at the goal line.
The ball is turned over on downs. It will be 1st and 10 for St. Louis. Timeout on the field.
Mike Rose, Carson Wells were there to deny Ta'amu. DC gambled. St. Louis here in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to bring the buzz back because they love football so much they couldn't wait. And then when they heard the team would be coming back, fans just jumped on season tickets. Here's St. Louis coming out for their first possession, just getting out of the end zone. Take a look at A.J. McCarron, starting quarterback. These were his numbers when they met back in week 3.
He had a really nice day. He had one of those 2 interceptions. His target fell down on the ground, led to a pick 6. He's been really hot the last couple of weeks.
Boom, pounce. 50 Chevy, Z shallow on 1.
A.J. McCarron, former national champion at Alabama, played in the NFL. decide to turn down NFL money so he could play here in the XFL in front of his children. Empty backfield. Plenty of space to step up. McCarron looks for the marker, gets out of bounds. Michael Joseph forced him out. McCarron stopped just short.
Look at it.
Like that decision right there by A.J. McCarron as Coach Anthony Beck looks on. He knows that
Elephant, Springer. Who's in? Love it. Hold up.
he knows in the first contest that they made more mistakes than DC
Elephant
did.
right. Toss 18 Springer on the quick. Ready?
And if they don't
Hurry
make
up.
the mistakes, they feel like they're the better football team. We're going to find out here tonight.
On 3rd and short, there's the toss to Brian Hill, and a penalty flag comes flying in from the end zone.
It's a first down. Result is a first down.
Holding. 74 of the offense. It's penalty being forced half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
That's the left guard, Steven Gonzalez.
That's an unnecessary hold, too. You got a toss to the right. He's a backside guard. Anthony Hines, 57 for DC, comes shooting through. It looks like he was going to make the tackle. Brian Hill pushes forward, but unfortunate. Now you're backed up 3rd and 6. And this is really why DC went for it on 4th and 1 on the goal line.
Purdue, F-low.
The offense is going to have to go 99 yards.
According to Caesar Sportsbook, this game closed at -1 for DC. You know we're going to get Stormy in. She's going to tell us all about it, where the best bets are at. Right now we got a 3rd and 6 coming up. Play clock's at 1. McCarron gets it off from his own end zone. Throws low, and it's incomplete. That was looking for his tight end, Giovanni Haskins.
Well, and John, you said it a little bit ago, you and Tom both, that St. Louis is going to see if they're the better team in this game. The public certainly appears to think that St. Louis is. The majority of money that came in on this game, over 70%, was taking the underdog with St. Louis in this one, but tickets only about 48%. So it's just the bigger money bets that were rolling with St. Louis today, guys.
I appreciate that. Hoffrichter punting it away to Ezard. He will field at the 50. And will be brought down in St. Louis territory. So another good starting field position for DC. This is the rematch. DC won round 1 in DC, but here we are in St. Louis. Shaping up to be a good one. We'll be back.
Next on Behind the Series.
Let me tell you about the greatest roster ever.
That would have Reggie Barlow not too happy. They tried quarterback run again. Huge stop by St. Louis, but think this through. You've got to look at this from a percentages standpoint. If you are DC and you don't score there,
guys, here we go.
Let's listen in on the call real quick.
Here we go. Hey, flex right, 26 power. On 1, ready.
All right, DC's going to run it here, their power run game with the tailback. But if you don't get it there, the percentages of an offense going 99 yards without making a mistake are very, very slim. So if you rely on your defense with DC, they force turnovers. You're going to rely on the defense. And you know what? They forced a punt, and look at their field position.
Here we go, here we go.
Defenders with their 2nd possession of the ball game.
Ready, ready.
5:25 on the clock here in this first quarter. That's Abram Smith on the ground. Also going for it on that 4th and 1. What does that tell you just about the magnitude of this game and also the way scoring plays out here in the XFL?
I think if you know you're moving the ball well,
let's go.
if you know you're moving the ball well, there's going to be scoring opportunities, and then it's going to be the extra point attempts. Do we go for 1? Do we go for 2? Do we go for 3? A field goal just may not win this type of game.
It's Josh Hammond on the swing pass. Brought down by Mike Rose. 3rd down.
Spread left.
Sonic. 51 stick. Slant. 51 stick. Slant.
Here we go.
Really good job staying ahead of the chains here. 3rd and manageable for this drive as well as the last.
3rd and 4. Smith upended Mike Hampton. Hey now.
That's it, yeah. That was your guy, right? I know, but you still.
Really nice tackle by Mike Hampton there on the perimeter, coming up, squaring up, and Abram Smith can't afford to lose him tonight as DC's down a running back.
So a third 3 and out as Daniel Whelan will try to pin St. Louis deep. Fair catch called for at the 10.
Yeah, they didn't.
Demo, you did well. It was the right read. He didn't block on the outside.
Here, Fred Keiss, the offensive coordinator, saying, hey, well, I like the read, but our receiving core's got a block on the perimeter to make that go.
Hey, stay with me on cadence, okay? Stay with me on cadence.
So A.J. McCarron says, stay with me on cadence. What does that mean?
Paul F. Coin on Soko.
So what he's essentially saying is you've got to pay attention. I might change it up. Stay with me on when we're snapping the ball. We don't want false starts. We don't want things that create negative plays.
Hand it off here to Brian Hill. Sneaks through that hole. Continues to push that pile. Get off me. A gain of 13. Here's offensive coordinator Bruce Gradkowski.
Good run, baby.
Timeout for an interplay to the defense.
It's like Kentrell Bryce, number 29, I believe, down for DC.
Yes, sir.
No, you look at that play and the way St. Louis approached that play. One of the things DC and Greg Williams, their defensive coordinator, want to do on defense is they want to have a lot of moving pieces, and they want those pieces to move post-snap. Give you a look of what you think you're going to get, and then give you something else. One of the ways to negate that is to line up and snap the ball and just go.
Hey.
Well, our thoughts are with Kentrell Bryce right now as his teammates have gone down to a knee. They're bringing the cart out for him. This is one of the inevitable parts of the game you never like to see.
Hey, we'll come back with 11 here. 11. Bunch left, YPO Paul.
So we're going to step aside. We're going to let the medical personnel do their job. We will come back here to St. Louis. No score here in this first quarter.
I found it!
From his center field position. Once again, right there. And he's going to come up in secondary run support. Lowers his head a little bit. Doesn't necessarily turn it to the side. Taking a lot of precautionary measures, obviously, on the field with the medical staff.
So Kentrell Bryce, the 28-year-old safety out of Louisiana Tech, will be carted off the field.
Please reset the play clock to 25 seconds.
Man, our wishes are out with that young man. Hopefully he will be okay. First, you got to be careful about his safety, right?
Yep.
Make sure he's healthy, make sure he's taken care of. And the secondary thing is, for this football team, he's the safety. This is going to be a huge loss. He calls out the plays on defense.
He does. He's the quarterback of the defense. I talked about all the moving parts. They like to move the safeties around and show you a lot of different looks. He's a veteran guy back there. Cameron Lewis, 31, or Monte Nicholson, 21, will be filling that role now.
So after that 13-yard run, it's 1st and 10 for St. Louis. Go back to the ground with Brian Hill. And for Brian Hill, he's been an amazing story too. It seems like every week he's been dealing with a hamstring injury, but he hasn't missed a game because of it yet.
He hasn't been missing practice. Even Anthony Beck, the head coach, has been like, I don't know how the guy is walking, let alone jogging and running.
351, dragon, lost spot.
Just keeps plugging away.
Move.
The BattleHawks shift to the left side of that line.
Set.
That's Prohl, the man in motion.
180. One set.
2nd and 7. McCarron, off the mark, was looking for Darius Shepard.
Hey.
10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10.
Snap.
Trips right. 3 jet Y sail. F snag.
Here we go. Here we go.
X basic.
Hey, trips right. 3, come on. Trips right, 3 jet, Y cell, F snag, X basic.
You know, Bruce Gradkowski, offensive coordinator, loves A.J. McCarron so much because of his NFL experience. He can do so many different things at the line of scrimmage after the play comes in.
Here.
Yeah, they know that A.J. is going to get him out of a bad play and into the right one.
180, white side.
3rd and 7. 4-man rush. Throw is on the money. That's his big receiver, Hakeem Butler, with the first down. A gain of 16. McCarron, his first completion of the game.
That's that sail route.
Trey left, boom. Trey left, boom, Z fly, 19 taxi. Trey left, boom, Z fly, 19 taxi.
Come on. Trey left, boom, Z fly.
And Stormy, what a great story Hakeem Butler is. He's a guy who wasn't even on this roster originally.
Absolutely. He's somebody that slid into Anthony Beck's DMs on Twitter so that it was just kind of a last-ditch effort for him to really revitalize his career. And Beck told us that football for Butler early on, he was just kind of a straight go route runner. He was a post runner. And he said sinking his hips and getting in and out of routes took him some time. He's 6'6", didn't have that turn, dealt with a number of injuries, but he saw some really endearing qualities, and he felt that he is the best wide receiver coach in the XFL. So if any combo of quarterback, wide receiver coach, and player could come together, that would be the one.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and I think the most important thing now, Stormy, that he has is confidence. He knows he can do it. He's a confident player, and he's become a go-to guy at 6'6" for A.J. McCarron.
Under a minute to play here in his first quarter. 2nd and 9, empty backfield. McCarron completes that to his tight end, Jake Sutherland. Picks up 7 yards there. Jamal Brooks, Michael Joseph on the tackle.
Good. Got 2.
Don't forget, we're going to go back to Stormy in the start of the second corner. Stormy's Sportsbook. You want to win some money? Get your pencil and your pad out. Get ready. She just gives out winners.
Yeah, but she withholds it until game time. Like, I want to make money, but she's not telling me anything the night before the game.
But she does give you the live line. She gets you up to date. There's still some ways to get in on the action. Final seconds of the quarter on 3rd and 2. McCarron will step up and slide down. He does take a hit by Rouse. But they mark him short where he started his slide. They're going to say he did not get a first down. At the end of
This is
one,
the end of the first quarter.
we have our first scoreless first quarter the entire XFL season. How about that?
Between two teams have been able to score.
What's tighter?
We've got a great one here in St. Louis. Come on back for the start of the second quarter. Also, Stormy Sportsbook.
You might not always be ready.
Weeks, they've still been cashing tickets left and right by an average cover margin of nearly 8.5 points per game. You add in the fact that since Houston fell to Seattle Thursday, DC now stands alone as the shortest shot to win the XFL championship at +175. And underbettors so far, guys, are rejoicing. The first scoreless first quarter in the XFL. Under 42 bettors are singing hallelujah choruses.
4th and 1, QB sneak. And the BattleHawks got it. All right, Stormy, you buried the lead there. We want to still win some money. What action can we still get in on? What do you like out there?
Well, if you think that this is still going to be kind of a back-and-forth game where the defenses are going to stand tall, the total is sitting 33.5, so it's gotten a little bit too low here. But on the live line, DC is still about what they were when they started this game, around 1.5. So if DC is the side that you liked pregame, maybe they get the quarterback run game moving a little bit more and can continue to capitalize like they did on that opening drive. Just got stuffed at the goal line.
All right, there you go. McCarron over the middle, completes it to Austin Kroll. Picked up 18 and another first down.
Kroll with a little Z glance of his own. You see A.J. McCarron with the token fake here. Bam, ball's out. That inside linebacker gets influenced by that backfield action. Number 57 there opens up a wide window for Kroll on the slant.
Over here. No, you're good. Yeah, right here.
Mateo Durant now in the backfield to the left of McCarron. 10th play of the drive coming up. Here is Durant, rumbling forward. Look how many white jerseys it takes to get him down. That's a tough 3 yards right there. There's defensive coordinator Greg Williams for DC.
Here we go. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
All right, same call. Automatic front. Automatic front. Kick strong, bail.
This is one of those plays where you're going to see some movement from DC post-snap. Corner's bailing.
There's Hill. Chugging forward, straight ahead. He's got another first down, picks up 8. What is St. Louis doing well to move the ball this drive?
Well, they're utilizing a light box. And what I mean by that is defensively for DC, they don't have as many hats in the box to contend with how many blockers St. Louis has, and it's just a numbers game right now.
The running back Hill goes out wide. He's at the bottom of your screen. Empty backfield for McCarron. Looks middle. Oh, what a shot! Austin Prohl gets decked, but he stands right up, and the crowd loves it. Reggie Northrup delivered the blow, and the flag came in.
You got a use of the helmet? It wasn't to the side? Okay.
Use of the helmet on the tackle? Okay. Gotcha.
Sounds like they're looking at targeting here.
All right, guys, we're going to go half the distance here.
Hold on, radio silence. Radio silence.
To the back.
10-4, no foul. There is no foul on the play for a use of helmet. The play resulted in a first down.
And that was Dean Blandino, the voice you heard in the command center, watching all the replays.
Yeah, and I think Dean's right, because if you look at the helmet goes to the side and he leads with the right shoulder. That's a good call.
And how quick was that call? Dean,
very quick.
We love that.
Dean, you're on top of it, man.
Crushing it already. First and 10. Here's Durant. Makes a cut, goes over the left side. And he'll be stopped at the 10, a gain of 2.
All right, good job. Alert RPO, just alert RPO.
Trips left tight. Trips left tight, text.
Off of a play action.
50 Ohio.
Automatic front. Okay.
Trips right tight, text. 50 Ohio, F shade.
Trips right tight, text. 50 Ohio, F shade. Trips right tight. Trips right. Yeah.
Widow. And again.
First time out of the half. Seattle. Correction, St. Louis. Sorry, Pete. 30 seconds in duration.
Every time we widow, you go down there, pat him on the ass, and check him to a 3-man front. Go down there and pat him on the ass and check him.
So a timeout here, St. Louis. Don't forget, we got more action coming up next. Orlando and Vegas. One team will get their first win of the season. And we got more football tomorrow. Arlington is at San Antonio. That is another awesome atmosphere here in the XFL.
Trips right through Dusty, X-hand signal.
It's 10 personnel. Pay attention.
To the back.
10 personnel. 10 personnel.
All right, so far this drive, 13 plays, 80 yards. They've eaten up over 7 minutes on the clock. Can St. Louis get points here?
Those guys to shift to a 3-man front.
Here, Coach Greg Williams talking about a certain look. They want to get to a 3-man front if they get it. If not, they'll stay in the look they're in right now. You heard the X-hand signal. That's A.J. McCarron's going to give a look. He's going to give the route he wants to the X-receiver.
McCarron pressured. He's got to dance out of it and will slide down safely. He picks up a couple.
All right, pay attention, pay attention.
They end up bracketing the X-receiver.
Let's go one trips right.
Alert.
One trips right, 50 Haas, F, spot.
30.
Ace Bow.
Hey, one trips right.
One trips right, 50 Haas.
50 Haas.
F spot,
Ace Bow.
We saw a late substitution on defense as DC responded to the substitution on offense. Their personnel getting set with 5 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 6. There comes a flag. That was a hold in the backfield. Completed, but will it stand? That was to Darius Shepard. Looks like it's coming back.
Holding for 73 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty to still 3rd down.
Look at Juwan Bushell-Beatty there at the right tackle spot. He just bends at the waist, and then he ends up hooking Panashuk, number 96. That's a good call, and that's what happens in the offensive line. If you're going to bend at the waist and not at the knee, that's exactly what you're going to find yourself in. You're going to get your shoulder pads over your toes, and you're in trouble.
So now both teams have had a touchdown called back because of a penalty.
Yep.
And after the hold, it'll bring up 3rd and 16 for St. Louis. McCarron loading up and overthrows Austin Prohl. He's looking for the flag, but nothing comes out of the pocket. So Donnie Hegman will come out to attempt a 36-yard field goal. Clean snap, and he splits the upright. St. Louis on the board first, taking a 3-0 lead here in the 2nd quarter. But wait, another flag.
Okay, let's breathe. The field goal was good.
Got a personal, after the play, we have a personal foul on number 99. He headbutted him.
99, so we're going to put this on the kickoff. 99. The field goal is good. After the field goal, personal foul, number 99, the defense. This penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So that was Joe Wallace. We'll clean it up. We'll explain what happened when we come back.
Subway keeps up in the game.
Coaching his son Austin, as you can see on the sideline right now, the BattleHawks' 2nd leading receiver, with pro football returning to St. Louis. All 4 episodes are available on ESPN+. So after the field goal and the penalty, a short kick on the kickoff. KJ Sales will return it for DC. And he'll be stopped short of the 30. We got another penalty flag.
Got a flag.
Well, it was chippy the first time these two teams met in week 3.
Let's get the ball down, please.
Left early. Flag down. Number 39 and St. Louis left early.
Okay, so we have illegal formation kicking. We're going to tack that on from the end of the night.
Yes.
Illegal formation, kicking team leaving early. This 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the play. First down, DC.
All right, so before we went to break, we saw a penalty against DC. It was 99 on the right side. Joe Wallace, there's a helmet on the ground.
39 of St. Louis.
He headbutted one of the players for St. Louis. And when we spoke to DC head coach Reggie Barlow this week, he said, following the fight, after the game in week 3, we talked about it. That is not our brand of football. We don't want to water things down out here. Pass is complete to Chris Blair as he is wrapped up at his ankles after a gain of 6.
What's interesting about how that penalty, though, is applied, it really didn't hurt DC because it's applied on the kickoff. It should be applied after the return if you're really going to want to hurt and penalize the team that committed the infraction.
2nd and 4 on the ground. Smith. A huge hole over the left side, showing the burners. Abram Smith, no one's gonna get him. Touchdown, DC defenders. A 62 Abram Smith, show him what you got.
Really nice job, just the inside zone. Nice tight crease in there. And Abram Smith sneaks through it and then is able to bounce the ball in the perimeter and turn on the Jets. Poor angles that time from the defensive secondary. I don't think St. Louis thought he was going to be able to sneak through that crease. Got themselves out of position. DC going for 2 here.
We don't kick extra points in the XFL. You got to go for 1, 2, or 3. They go for 2 from the 5 to Amu, and it is complete.
Let's go!
2-point conversion is good. Let's take another look at that touchdown. The longest touchdown run in the XFL so far this season.
Oh, yeah.
Abram Smith sneaks between 63, Liam Ryan in the center right there, and it was such a tight little crease, and once he got out of it and planted his foot in the ground to bounce it to the perimeter, the rest was just about foot speed. What an answer for DC offensively. Quiet the crowd down a little bit.
Well, DC stopped on the goal line on their first possession. They score from 62 yards out off the touchdown run by Abram Smith. They take an 8-3 lead here in the second quarter. Matt McCrane will get set to boot things away for the defenders. Darius Shepard is the deep man. Both teams can release once the ball is touched. Shepard catches, there they go. Trying to find an angle. And he is just thrown to the turf. A gain of 23 on the return. Let's send it down to Harry.
I'm right here with running back Abram Smith. You got skinny through the hole, my man. Tell me what you seen.
Man, we've been talking about it over here on the sideline. Front side hit, talking to the linemen. So I just trusted their words, squeeze through. Hey, 6, baby, that's it.
Not only did you score a touchdown, but you put on the afterburners. That's the longest run in the XFL this season. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, shout out to my mama teaching me how to run. Yes, ma'am. Love you, mama.
Appreciate it, my man.
Got to show mama some love. That's right. Here's Brian Hill. And Hill will be stopped at the 30, a gain of 4. Michael Joseph was there on the stop.
Get that man some oxygen. See what type of answer St. Louis has.
You know, a lot of people might think DC undefeated, mainly in part to their fans. They've had so many games at home. The beer snake, the lemons may have played a part, but one of the toughest atmospheres on the road. Here they are with an 8-3 lead. Second and 6, they go back to Hill. That hole in the middle closed up quickly, no gain.
Here we go, let's go 11-11. Let's go south left Z short. South left Z short. 51 mesh Z cell, H flat.
Hey, south left Z short. 51 mesh Z cell, H flat.
You hear that mesh, so you're going to have 2 underneath crossing routes, and then your Z receiver right here on the sail is what they're going to look for. They hit this against DC 2 weeks ago for a huge gainer.
And that's going to be a delay of game against St. Louis.
Delay game. Offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Let's go for it.
Here we go. On the ball. Hey, be ready to rock this.
Here we go, 11-11-11.
Yes, let's stay with it. Stay with it.
Trough left.
Harry, what's the key to this 3rd and long for St. Louis?
Well, number 1, to stay out of it. They had 6 of these 3rd and 9 pluses in the first matchup against DC, and they didn't fare too well. So for St. Louis to, convert 3rd downs, you want 3rd and mediums, 3rd and shorts. Those are more likely to be able to get.
20's a mic. 20's a mic.
Yeah, Harry, they've changed it up here. They've decided to go with a different formation, different look.
3rd and 11, DC, they're dropping back in coverage. McCarron starting to scramble. Downfield, throwing on the run, and Butler dropped it.
Harry Butler did a really good job of doing what you got to do when the quarterback vacates. He comes back to the quarterback, down the stem, down the sideline, Harry. Well, he doesn't secure the football. This is a good play by A.J. McCarron.
Yeah, it's a great job in scramble drill by both the quarterback and the receiver. But coaches preach finish, finish, finish. Got to complete the catch. Great job by A.J. McCarron, though. Give him an opportunity.
Second 3 and out by St. Louis. Here's Ezzard. Field at the 35. And does not get much more on the return. So DC, after a touchdown on the ground, their last possession, they get the ball back. An 8-3 lead here in the second quarter. Man, that is just picture perfect. We are here in St. Louis, one of the best atmospheres in the XFL.
In Alaska, the wild fish.
Party on the top, business on the bottom.
DC with an 8-3 lead here in St. Louis. Take a look at the defenders' offense, and we are seeing De'Aaron King now for the first time in at quarterback.
About right, you know, usually around midway through the second quarter.
First play from King will be handing off to Abram Smith. Great conversation this week with head coach Reggie Barlow about De'Aaron King and just kind of how he's evolved at the quarterback position.
Well, he's had to.
Cleveland.
And the reason why he's had to is he can't come in the game and everybody in the stadium, including the hot dog vendor, knows what's going to happen. They've got to be able to throw the football every now and then with him.
Even the hot dog guy knows?
Everybody knows.
Second and 5. Here comes the blitz from St. Louis. King scrambling, being chased, and will throw it out of bounds. That was Travis Feeney applying the heat.
Smart play. Let's get the ball out. Live to play the next down if you're De'Aaron King.
That's Donnie Abraham, defensive coordinator, just dialed up that blitz.
16-55.
Man, this crowd is something special. 3rd and 5. King keeps it, and he's going nowhere. Carson Wells, he was ready.
Look, Carson Wells played this as good as you possibly can. Watch how he keeps his shoulders square and his numbers facing the quarterback. So he's not committing to the back, and he hasn't crashed down to the quarterback, so he can play both men. That's just a nice job. That's discipline right there. The edge.
And that's against a shifty quarterback.
No doubt.
He did not get faked out.
Not at all.
It's already built in. If they go zone, we got the underneath guy. Facts. You know what I mean?
4th and 6. Punt team is on. Wheelan.
I got you. Yeah, trust
An end-over-end kick to Austin Prohl. Will field inside the 10. Avoids the first. And eventually brought down, but we do have a penalty flag.
Yeah. Are you good? I'll take it.
Illegal formation, 5 in the backfield. On the kicking team.
Not enough on the line of scrimmage.
Not enough on the line of scrimmage.
So we want to know, does he want it there or does he want it forked down again?
Yeah, I handed it.
Want to tack it on here or re-kick? It's 5 yards against them.
On the 8-yard line.
He wants to re-kick.
The one that was off the ball. The one here was on the ball.
I'll take it.
Illegal formation. Kicking team. Not enough players on the line of scrimmage. This is a 5-yard penalty. He's still forked down.
So that means the punt team's going to have to come back on the field and punt again.
Yeah, I like this. Back them up a little bit. Maybe get an opportunity for a better return, better field position. Daniel Whalen, the punter, though, for DC, man, he can crush it.
Is he the best punter in the league?
I think he is, not only in terms of length and distance, but hang time. He is really gifted.
All right, we're going to put the clock on this one.
All right.
Because anything close to 5 is spectacular. 5 seconds.
Yep, we got it up here.
So Wheelan's going to have more room to work with. Backed up 5 yards. There he goes, punts it away. A booming kick as Prohl will have to back up. And it checks up. Oh, what a punt. A 5-second hang time that checks up at the 5. Daniel Whelan, yeah, you're allowed to get pumped up after that, but we do have another penalty flag.
The kick.
So during the kick, holding, receiving team 37, close scrimmage kick enforcement. Yeah. So we're going to go half the distance.
Wow.
Are we good with the 9-yard line?
During the kick, is it the same as the end of the run, end of the kick?
Yeah, half the distance to the goal. Let's go.
During the kick, holding, receiving team, number 9. This penalty will be enforced half the distance from the end of the kick. First down, 2 yards.
You've taken already poor field position. DC's able to flip it, and you've made it worse.
Is Daniel Whelan an NFL punter?
I think so. I really do. And if you looked at the motion of his leg right there, he was about 3/4 power because he knew he was trying to fit it in. But when he unleashes it,
I mean, we've seen him kick it 60.
Oh, easily. Multiple times this season.
Pistol. Move.
So St. Louis will start from their own 4. It's the 3rd time they will start on their own 10-yard or less. McCarron keeps it, throws it to the outside. Nice adjustment by Darius Shepard to make that catch. A 12-yard pickup. St. Louis on the season, 15 penalties, but already 5 tonight.
Troops up. 7.
Well, the first outing, it was turnovers. Now it seems to be penalties that are plaguing St. Louis. But what a terrific throw there by A.J. McCarron to Shepard to get them out of a hole.
Hey, flipper.
As a reminder, we have a running clock outside of the final 2 minutes. McCarron will step up looking for space, and he is sacked. A loss of 2 on the sack. Andre Mintz.
11. Move to trough left.
All right, here we go. Hot. Okay. Hot.
15, Willie.
Tom. Hot.
Trough left.
Tom.
Zach.
Okay. 2 lurk.
Willie.
Hot. Tom.
Tight.
2 lurk.
15 Willie soap on.
Hear him say 2 lurks. So you're going to have 2 safeties on each hash, just outside of the hash. And those corners that are playing underneath, they're going to lurk and they're going to kind of hang and try to bait A.J. McCarron into making a bad throw.
Quick throw to the outside. That one is to Shepard. Tries to cut it back across the field. And that move after the catch gained 8 yards on that one.
South left Z short, 51 mesh, Z sail, H flat. South left Z short.
South left Z short.
51 mesh.
51 mesh.
Z sail,
H flat. 51.
You've heard this concept already. You hear the mesh and then the Z sail. There it is right there. That's your Z. And then you're going to have mesh like this with crossing routes going underneath.
3rd and 4, empty backfield. We do have a penalty flag, and they're going to blow this play dead.
No, we go with the clock.
False start. 73 of the offense. It's 5-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down.
It's Joe Bush and Beatty again.
10-10-10.
And that's a discipline penalty. Had the holding earlier on the previous drive.
Trips left, 50, clap. Trips left, 50, clap.
Here we go. Trips left.
We're not used to seeing St. Louis be penalized this much. 6 penalties already today.
They have not been a team that's had many self-inflicted wounds throughout the entire season up until this first half.
Check out 7 penalties. 3rd and 9.
180.
DC rushes 4, and they still get to McCarron. Ball is out. Turnover. DC's got it.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
Joshua Allen with the fumble recovery. And DC gets the turnover. Looks like it was Andre Mintz, the guy who knocked it free.
The walls are closing in. You've got the stunt to the right side. 48 Mintz, who's had a really nice drive, loops underneath, unabated to the quarterback, and then look at the hustle play. Just comes back, retraces. A.J. McCarron doesn't feel that pressure behind him. He's got to secure the football.
1st and 10, DC, the best rushing team in the league. That's Abram Smith. He'll be chopped down. Good tackle there by Silas Kelly after a gain of 4.
This is the 2-minute warning.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. DC knocking at the doorstep, up by 5 here in the second quarter.
We got this.
Your support.
What a great entertainment value we've got here in the Dome.
Jordan Ta'amu in at quarterback. Penalty flag is thrown.
Defensive offsides, number 96.
In the neutral zone for snap.
Yes, sir.
We're going to 10
Offside. Defense number 96 in the neutral zone for snap. This penalty is half the distance. Let's set it down.
Let's send it down to Harry with the guy who got the fumble and the turnover for DC.
Yeah, I'm with defensive end Andre Mitz. 2 sacks, a sack, fumble. You're like a shark in water. You're smelling blood. Tell me what you're seeing out there.
We just going out there, executing the game plan, playing fast. So what our coach tells us, Coach Greg Williams, just try to put it all on tape. Take it from practice to the game.
See ball, get ball, right?
Yes, sir.
Back to you guys.
See ball, get end zone. Abram Smith, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, a 5-yard rushing touchdown, and DC opening it up here in the second quarter.
Well, you can credit the DC defensive front for getting the ball back, and you can credit the DC offensive front for just winning here at the point of attack. Not great run fits this time from the linebacking core of St. Louis. And Abram Smith hitting the hole with burst, forward lean, power. Once again going for 2.
DC 7 of 12 on extra points from the 2 for the 5-yard line. They hand it off inside and do not get it. Smith stops short, so the 2-point conversion is no good.
Think about the confidence you have in your offensive line to go for 2 and run it from the 5, right? And I think that's a lot of why most teams have thought about, hey, let's go for 2. It doesn't take us completely out of the run game, but we have our whole arsenal in the passing game because we have enough space between the end line and the end zone.
Can't put you in that situation. Damn.
Luke, you made a great point early in this game, and you could sense it. DC, they've scored 2 touchdowns. St. Louis, a field goal. DC knew they had to go for touchdowns early on in this game.
Yeah, and it was critical that they converted on their first 2-point attempt on the first touchdown, because now, I mean, you're looking at this score, and those extra point attempts, if Seattle's to get back on the board touchdown-wise, the decisions that they make, whether to go for 1, 2, or 3, could be critical here in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
They had a huge drive, opening drive of the game. DC was not able to get in the end zone, stopped at the 1, but their last 2 touchdown drives, 2 plays each drive. They take a 14-3 lead here, and they've scored 14 unanswered. McClain with the deep kick. Shepard catches. Both teams can release. Shepard, he's got a crease. Uh-oh, look out. Here comes Shepard. The kicker, McClain, saves the day for DC. But St. Louis with good field position.
Great field position. 2 timeouts, so you don't have to be in a rush. You can take your time right here. You've also got an officiating challenge there. Both teams still have their challenge, that little red chip below DC and Seattle there, in case there's a call that needs to be challenged.
Best starting field position of the day for St. Louis. Brian Hill rumbling forward, and another penalty flag in the backfield.
That's holding number 78. Holding. The 78 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty, still first down.
That's the right guard, Vidal Alexander. 8th penalty already in this first half for St. Louis.
Yeah, former LSU Tiger, again, self-inflicted wounds.
50.
Just
50.
16 right, 55.
50.
Killing themselves with penalties.
Go, hey. Go 1, 2 left.
to the holding penalty, backs him up 10 yards. It's 1st and 20. Here comes the blitz. Cameron Lewis unblocked a free shot at A.J. McCarron.
And remember, this is who replaced the injured Kentrell Bryce, number 29. He's going to be right here. He's going to come off the edge. He's unblocked. All right, and that's just a miss right there by the offensive tackle, number 77, Eric Magwood. You got to block the widest defender. You got to make sure your inside's protected, and they had a stunt to the inside on the left. They would have been just fine.
Luke, St. Louis is lucky they still have the ball.
Absolutely.
2nd and 26. They bring the blitz again, getting rid of it, completing. Hakeem Butler still on his feet, sidestepping defenders, pushing the pile, and they finally blow the whistle. Hakeem Butler at 6'6", 231. One dude ain't bringing him down. A 21-yard pickup brings up 3rd and manageable.
Oh, that was huge because you just said it, 3rd and manageable. St. Louis has been so far behind the chains all half.
St. Louis.
On that one, what do you want to do on that one?
30 seconds in range.
Yeah, flipper it. Well, it's 50.
Harry, we talk about explosive plays, and for St. Louis, that was their first explosive play of the game for over 20 yards.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that play, that's the same play that Hakeem Butler scored a touchdown on last week, but he was lined up in the middle at number 2. This time he was lined up at number 3. If it's man coverage, you're going to run a return route. If it's zone, you're kind of going to sit up in the zone about 5 or 6 yards. That's what he was able to do. But you talk about a big frame body guy, 6'6", 225 pounds. It's going to be hard to bring him down and tackle him with one person.
Yeah, and Harry, that's why they move him in there, because now he's a mismatch. If you got a linebacker flexed out on him, even a strong safety or a bigger body, he's going to have a matchup advantage big time.
You trying to tackle him if he's running full speed at you? No way.
Einstein, set. 180.
We got movement, but who moved first?
DC moved, but they didn't go into the neutral zone.
Ball start. 77 of the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty.
That's the left tackle, Eric Magwood.
Here we go. 10-10-10. 10-10. Let's go. Jim left.
How awesome is this atmosphere?
Hey, 51.
Second false start of the game for St. Louis.
Special.
Backs him up 5. It's now 3rd and 10 from the 45.
5 and 6. Hey, 3 jet.
Remember, St. Louis gets the ball coming out of halftime, so they got to be careful here with the football, make good choices.
McCarron against the 4-man rush. Incomplete. The running back, Brian Hill, would have had something special there. Brings up 4th down.
Got to make that catch now again. You're behind the chains. See A.J. McCarron waiting for Brian Hill to come out of the backfield. He kind of stumbles out of his break, but should have caught that football. Still would have had about 5 to go, but you got to make that play.
Harry, as a former NFL receiver, do you hear the footsteps on plays like that?
Well, it depends on who you are, you know. Some people hear them, some people don't, baby.
Where's your money?
I know you did.
Never.
Since when?
Hofrichter with the high punt will take a St. Louis roll inside the 20, and it'll be down. 29 seconds to play here in this first half. If you're DC, you got all 3 timeouts, but you have the lead. Are you trying anything here?
Yeah, I don't think you do. I think you run this thing out, get into the locker room, you're in control of the game. You're particularly in control of the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. And that's been the difference so far in the first half, particularly here late in the second quarter. Let's see how aggressive they might decide to get.
Well, they're lining up 4 wide.
Yeah. Again, St. Louis gets the ball coming out of the locker room.
All 3 timeouts to work with for the defenders. Jordan Tamu decide to hand it off to Abram Smith. And that might tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, there's 3 timeouts for DC. They're not calling them.
Yeah, really, he ain't got to run that. Take it, Phil.
DC won round 1 back in week 3. In their rematch here in week 5, the defenders will take a 14-3 lead into the half over St. Louis.
This is the end of the first half.
It's been an incredibly entertaining first half, as we knew it would be after the first matchup in week 3. You see head coach Reggie Barlow got to be pleased with his guys with a lead. Let's send it over to Stormy with head coach Anthony Beck.
Coach Beck, it seems like every time your offense starts gaining a little bit of traction, there's a penalty or something that's holding you back. What do you do to adjust moving forward?
We're a little undisciplined right now on both sides of the ball with the penalties. It is hurting us. It's happening on all 3 phases. We got to shut that down. We're in a manageable situation right there, and we shoot ourselves in the foot. Defensively, we got to hold up a little stronger against the run. I mean, we got to make them earn it. If they're going to run the ball today, we got to make sure they get it on 10 or 12 snaps in a series, not one-hit wonders down the field. So we got to be better all across the board. All right.
All right, Stormy, good stuff. You see the DC defenders making their way into the locker room. It is all smiles right now. The only undefeated team left in the XFL, DC, with a lead at the half here in St.
On third down. That's got to get cleaned up. But clearly right here with St. Louis, we talked about it at the half. The penalties have absolutely crushed them, putting them in yardage to gain that's just not overly attainable, and it certainly isn't sustainable. You've got to get your 2nd and 5s and your 2nd and 6s, and then get to your 3rd and 2s, not your 3rd and 8s and 3rd and 11s.
So St. Louis will start this third quarter with the ball. McCrane boots it away to Shepard. Both teams can release once he touches it. There they go. Shepard goes left and back right. He's got some speed down the sideline. Sidesteps the kicker. Shepard on the sideline. Who's gonna get him? What a return. Darius Shepard, the spark for St. Louis, as Cameron Lewis saves a touchdown for DC.
We have not seen a ton of explosive returns in the XFL. Seen a couple, but certainly not like one here. What a great move. Tiptoeing the sideline by Shepard, and it's exactly what you need if you're Anthony Beck in the St. Louis. You need to get good field position, get some juice, get some energy in this crowd in the building, get them going a little bit. Now, capitalize with points.
Darius Shepard, an 80-yard kick return, the longest so far of the season here in the XFL.
13 wham. Chalk left, F short, 13 wham on one. Right.
How about that start for St. Louis?
Same side.
Woo.
Field position, energy, momentum.
Set. 180. 110.
Kroll in motion. Handoff is to Hill. And Hill, what a tackle made by Reggie Northrup.
Brian Hill's had a couple of plays like that where it looks like it's going to go, and the next thing you know, a white jersey shows up out of nowhere. That time Northrup, the former Florida State Seminole.
Move the bunch right.
Excellent
51,
tackle.
X spot spacing on there. X spot? Yeah. Spacing. Move.
They shift to the right side of that line.
Set.
You hear spacing. They're going to put all 3 of those receivers to the top into a different area and just settle down.
Looking left, almost picked off. That was Michael Joseph who had a chance at it. Hakeem Butler, there's his second drop.
Here we go, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Trips
Wow.
right, 50, X wall.
Where's Steven? Here we go. Let's go. This is big right here. Trips right.
Michael Joseph leads the XFL, 3 interceptions on the season, almost had 4 there.
Hakeem Butler's got to make that catch in that critical time right there in the red area.
Set. 180. 110.
3rd and 10, empty backfield. McCarron throws behind his receiver. That was Stephen Mitchell Jr.
This one's on AJ, and he knows it. He's got the crosser coming underneath, and he just throws it behind low ball on the hip of Stephen Mitchell Jr. If he throws that out in front, a foot in front of the numbers, he might turn and score. All of that energy in the building, it sounds like it all just aired out. silence right now.
80-yard kick return, and then you got to settle for a field goal here. Donnie Hagman from 34. He is good.
You good? Look it.
St. Louis does get points, but once again, field goal, not a touchdown.
And remember in the XFL, though, if you want to look at a silver lining, all right, this isn't a two-possession game. It's not a two-score game. If you score here, you decide you want to go for, you're in business. All kinds of opportunities in the XFL to score.
Also remember, once we get to the fourth quarter, instead of an onside kick, you can go for a 4th and 15 and keep possession of the ball after you score. So once you get to the fourth quarter, anything can happen.
As you look at the bottom of your screen there, again, you see Anthony Beck there. You see those red chips. Again, those are the challenge chips for both teams. Each staff can use one of those challenges regardless of what the call is. Even if it's not a penalty, they just want to challenge something that they saw. They can be specific and they can do it, but they have to have a timeout in order to implement it.
So DC sets get the ball for the first time here in the second half. Hagman with the running start, boots it away to Ezard. Both teams release once he catches. Ezard makes the first guy miss and will be stopped at the 26. Storming.
Guys, in that locker room for St. Louis, you could hear a pin drop. It was so quiet when I was in there. That is until defensive line coach Leroy Glover stepped in and wrote on the whiteboard, fast, physical, affect the ball. He said, guys, are we doing that? They all repeated no. He said, do we have an entire second half to make that happen? They all said yes. He said, take that smug look off your faces, get it together, and remember what we are. You need to bring the juice in the second half. So they are on a mission here, guys.
Love it, Stormy. Leroy Glover out of Point Loma High School, played for my dad at San Diego State.
How about that?
I grew up with him. He and I played the same high school all-star game. It was good to catch back up with him earlier today.
28.
This is where the crowd comes into play when DC's got the ball. Abram Smith, 3-yard run to start this drive.
Left, 29, 29.
Hey, let's go. He's hurt.
Let's go. 29, 29, let's go. 29.
We got a player down for St. Louis, could not get off the field. Looks like Keelan Robinson.
Here, sugar.
He was trying to get off to get subbed out, and he just went down right before the sideline.
Please reset the play clock to 16 seconds.
29. Wings left, 29.
Wings left, 29.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They like
swarm, one peel, swarm,
Here we go.
one peel.
They like this.
28.
28.
So you're going to check it. Now you're going to go 28. You see this formation down here, heavy down into the boundary. They're going to run it right there.
2nd and 7 from the 30. Back to Smith. That hole opens up, makes a man look silly. Abram Smith, how about it? Another huge run, and he's in the end.
You could hear a pin drop. It was so quiet when I was in there. That is until defensive line coach Leroy Glover stepped in and wrote on the whiteboard, fast, physical, affect the ball. He said, guys, are we doing that? They all repeated no. He said, do we have an entire second half to make that happen? They all said yes. He said, take that smug look off your faces, get it together, and remember what we are. You need to bring the juice in the second half. So they are on a mission, guys.
Love it, Stormy. Leroy Glover out of Point Loma High School, played for my dad at San Diego State.
How about that?
I grew up with him. He and I played the same high school all-star game. It was good to catch back up with him earlier today.
28.
This is where the crowd comes into play when DC's got the ball. Abram Smith, 3-yard run to start this drive.
Left, 29.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go. 29, let's go. 29.
We got a a player down for St. Louis could not get off the field. Looked like Keelan Robinson.
Sugar.
He was trying to get off to subbed out, and he just went down right before the sideline.
Please reach the play clock. 16 seconds. 1 second.
Left 29.
Points left 29.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They like
swarm, one peel, swarm, one peel.
They like this.
Swarm, one peel.
28.
So you're going to check it. Now you're going to go 28. You see this formation down here, heavy, down into the boundary. They're going to run it right there.
2nd and 7 from the 30. Back to Smith. That hole opens up, makes a man look silly. Abram Smith, how about it? Another huge run is in the end zone. A 70-yard house ball for Abram Smith. Just taking over tonight. Let's go! Abram Smith goes over 100 yards rushing for the game. Just the second time in an XFL game that has happened.
He'll stretch it here, and he puts his foot in the ground. There's no hesitation from Abram Smith right here. Really nice job. Watch him. Bam! Right there. Right down into the crease. And what a move on 39. Chris Cooper in the open field. That's the last line of defense.
Oops. Chris Cooper wasn't even close.
Wasn't even, because he did come in under control.
Derek King is in there for the 2-point conversion. Looking to throw, looks back left, and it is picked off. 2-point conversion, no good. You cannot return it for a score if you're on defense. Brandon Sebastian with the pick. Give that man some oxygen. Abram Smith, what a performance. 164 yards on the ground, 3 T's, and DC in control.
What was your mindset?
Touchdown. That's it. One-on-one, like you said, man, you might have to jersey, y'all. Go to the tunnel. Man, oh yeah, one-on-one with me, safety, me, whoever. We'll make it count every time.
Going, man, you played football, your first practice. You wanted to quit. Your mom wouldn't let you. You gave your mom a shout out earlier. The next day, your father took you and your older cousin out, do some physical drills. Now, here you are, my man. What do you got to say to your mom?
Man, hey, shout out mama, shout out to Pops. I wouldn't be here without them, man. I am who I am because of them.
Thank you, mama.
So the ball goes in end zone. That's a minor infraction. The ball will come out to the 35-yard line.
Kicked into the end zone on the fly. This is a touchback. Say, get the ball and play the touchback game.
You know, Luke's Abram Smith is what the XFL is all about. A guy who just needs an opportunity to show what he can do, and he is performing on the national stage.
Well, let's not forget, he was only a running back for 1 year at Baylor, rushed for 1,600 yards his senior year, but he was a linebacker prior to that.
One play after another. Let's go.
You hear A.J. McCarron right there, just stack one play.
19 sprint.
Stack one play after another. But for Abram Smith, get back to him. The more he plays, the better he's going to get. There's a high upside for him.
Yeah. Set. Watch out.
St. Louis will start his drive on the ground with Brian Hill. He picks up 6.
H orbit, empty left, H orbit, 51 Jaguar.
Hey,
empty
51.
Left, H orbit, 51 Jaguar.
51. Empty left, H orbit, 51 Jaguar.
Five wide set for St. Louis. A 3-man rush for DC.
Watch out.
2nd and 4. McCarron scanning. Will swing it. That's to Hill, the running back. Bouncing off the first defender. He'll be a yard short after picking up 3.
It's a yard short, but now you're in 3rd and 1. This is where you want to be.
12 personnel. Two straight. Will single press. Will single press. Alert picks. Alert picks. Okay, alert picks.
You hear that says alert picks, mean the wide receivers creating pick routes off of man-to-man because they're in press across the board here.
2 tight ends over the right side of that line. That's where the run goes. Hill missed a cut up the middle. Left side opens up, and Hill's got a first down. Tripped up by Joshua Allen after a gain of 18.
Everybody's at the line of scrimmage here, but look where the free safety is, 20 yards deep. So Brian Hill sneaks through here, which he does. There's only 1 man remaining.
So Joshua Allen seemed to be pinged up at the end of that play. He had to come off for DC. For St. Louis, that was their longest rush of the game. 1st and 10, throw is out. Butler had it, and he is thrown down to the ground by Anthony Kelly.
11. Hey! Trips left, 18. All right, 11 personnel, alert Rabbit. Automatic front jaw, Tokyo. Camp, 19 sprinters. Get ready for it to go outside. Get ready.
So go.
Ball on the 35. It's 2nd and 7 for the BattleHawks. Durant gets the touch. Speed burst, swung around. Tripped up at the 30 after a pickup of 5.
Let's go bunch of 2-jet wide truck. 10, let's have 2-jet wide truck.
Bunch up.
And Lugs, we're seeing it consistently now. 3rd and short coming up to St. Louis.
Well, no inflicted wounds, no silly pre-snap penalties. They're humming along here. And I think their tempo is helping them. You're not thinking, you're just playing.
51 call, 88.
New running back is in there, Kareem Walker, on 3rd and 2.
You can do it.
180.
Karen on crossing routes. He's got Shepard. Picks up 10. Move those chains.
Shepard, number 11, is going to come right underneath. And they actually had a corner out and Spaghetti roll on the deep corner, which probably would have been a touchdown.
Welcome to the Battle Dome indeed. It has been fun. Walker stays in there at the running back. Gets the carry now, trying to bounce it. Turns a loss into a gain of a couple.
Action 2-jet, wide cheese.
Trips up. Action 2-jet.
Well, we do have a Fenders player down at the end of that play.
First timeout for injured player defense.
Can't quite tell who it is yet.
So take a look at this right here. There's your corner route. There's Shepard right there. Now, he's got Shepard, no problem. But look at this corner route. If he hangs in there for just a second, AJ,
I'm thinking to go bunch left. Ram to Stevie.
Let's go.
So the injury starting to pile up on defense for DC.
That's a big injury. Dewan Neal and Michael Joseph, as you guys have mentioned a bunch, and Harry tonight.
Bunch left Ram, wide Bragg.
They're the heart of the defense at the corner spot.
We saw the safety early in the first half. Kentrell Bryce had to be carted off the field. Joshua Allen went off the field on a few plays ago. But it's good to see Neal get off on his power.
If you get Bird, a deeper drop, okay? Here's the deal. We're going automatic front. Check hot palm to this Bird. Tokyo.
On 1, right? Ram.
Defensive coordinator Greg Williams calling into the plays for his defenders.
Set. 180.
2nd and 9. Quick throw. That's Akeem Butler. Enough for a first down. And Butler said, "You kidding me?"
That play happened not only because Butler caught ball, but because Shepard makes this block on the perimeter and takes out Michael Joseph, the corner spot. Outstanding. Watch 11 right there. Ooh. Really well done.
And it puts Cameron Lewis on his back. 9th play of this drive. It's 1st and goal for St. Louis. Fake it to him. McCarron. Throws it out of the end zone. Butler was tied up with Michael Joseph.
10.
How was the run? Number 9. It was there.
Let's go. Gin left open. All right, here goes. 10 personnel. Pay attention. Automatic front. Okay. Tight red Tokyo. Automatic front. Tight red Tokyo.
Chevy.
They've got 10 personnel. 10.
Bumper.
So we've seen them target Hakeem Butler, the 6'6" wide receiver, the last 2 plays. They go back to him here.
Potentially, you've got obviously a height advantage with the safety cheaping over just a little bit.
There he is in the slot, throwing back to Butler, and he is stopped at the 5. There by KJ Sales.
Cheetah. All right, here we go. Listen up. Okay, they've got 10 personnel. All right, they've got 5 wides. They got 5 wides. Okay, widow check. Okay, here we go. Widow check. All right, let's go. Widow, red, Tokyo. Widow, red Tokyo. Widow, Tokyo.
Is this 4-down territory for St. Louis?
I think it's got to be right now at this point. Although, again, with scoring rules, points are points. But eventually you got it in the end zone.
3rd and goal from the 5. McCarron! Touchdown! Caw! Campbell somehow reels it in for St. Louis, and we got a ball game.
Good job, man. Good job.
George Campbell, a late add to this roster. Anthony Beck said didn't even know if he would dress this week. It makes a spectacular play. As AJ McCarron zips one in there behind him, but Campbell sitting there at 6'3", 195 pounds. Anthony Beck loving it.
1-2 track. 51 Huss. F-spot 8 Huss.
St. Louis going for the 2-point conversion. I apologize, last time I said the defense can't return a full score. They can. They can get the same amount of points the offense is trying to go for here. 2-point conversion from 5. McCarron dives. He takes a shot. Jamal Brooks stops him. 2-point conversion, no good.
Yeah, I'm good. That's where you make a play, George. Good job, Lonnie. Good job.
That's why you make a play. Listen to Anthony Beck. He'll tell the whole story right there. And look at AJ McCarron lowering his shoulder. You think this doesn't matter to him? St. Louis getting hot.
And just like that, we've got a ball game here in St. Louis 2012 here with wide receiver George Campbell. How in the world did you catch that ball, my man?
Just playing football. We hold ourselves to a high standard here at receivers, and we know we get a time, we got to make a play. You never know when you're going to get your play call, so right there I just want to take advantage and, make that play for the team.
Back to a 1-score game. There's no momentum like momentum. What can that do to spark this through?
To be honest with you, we just got to come out and finish. Play BattleHawks football the way that we know we can, and come out and just execute each play and just continue to win and finish.
Thanks so much. Great play.
Yeah, man, thank you.
John.
Stormy, good stuff.
So neat to see George Campbell materialize here. He was one of the most highly recruited players in the country out of high school. Went to Florida State, didn't quite pan out. Finished at West Virginia, now he's balling out for St. Louis.
Ezzard trying to get to the corner. And a good return for DC as he gets across the 35-yard line. This is my first time here at the Dome in St. Louis, and I got to thank the owners of the XFL. We have a flag down.
After the play was over, unnecessary roughness, number 80 to the receiving team. So we're going to back that up from what are we?
End of the run is 35.
Thank you. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 80 to the return team. It's a 15-yard penalty. After enforcement, will be first down for sure.
That's the tight end, Briley Moore. All right, so talking about the owners of the XFL, Danny Garcia, Wayne Johnson, Jerry Cardinal. Thank you for bringing the XFL back. Being able to experience this as a broadcaster, this atmosphere, there is nothing like this. Fans in St. Louis love football. This is going to be a thriller down the stretch.
Well, I'll tell you, this is my third go-around, and I have a great time every time. So, all hail the XFL.
35,000 plus packing into Dome here in St. Louis. Handoff is to Abram Smith. Picked up a short 2 there on first down.
I did it. It's just 22.
11. Texas. 28 Sally.
Hey, 28 Sally. 28 Sally. Texas 28 Sally. 28 Sally.
This is where they like that wide zone.
Here we go.
See if they decide to run it again. No, this is a screen right off it.
Josh Hammond. Tagged down by his ankles, a gain of 3. Willie Harvey is the guy who held him up. Is the ball out?
You're down already. Let's go. Line up.
The ruling is forward progress. The runner's forward pass will stop. It's third down.
And remember, backup running back Raquel Armstead was ruled out before this game with an ankle injury. Abram Smith had to carry the load. You see the ball comes out after forward progress was stopped. It's getting loud in here. Ta'amu running away from pressure. Hurls it downfield and airmails Josh Hammond. Willie Harvey was the man in coverage.
What a huge defensive stop for St. Louis. Boy, did they need that. They need to get this crowd, the energy back on their sideline, and now potentially get the offense some tremendous field position, some momentum to go down and score again.
Don't go away. This could be a special punt from Daniel Wheeler. He's got the entire field to work with. Bit of a shanker off the side of his foot. Bounces in front of Prohl. And he stopped down to 35. St. Louis, they want a late hit. No flag come out.
Hey, one play after another now, all right? One play after another. Let's go. 180! Wait, son! Good job. Hey, good job. Good drop.
What does it mean to have a guy with so much experience, A.J. McCarron, out of Alabama, in the NFL, here now in the XFL?
I think almost more about leadership than it is anything else. Going into the, all right, one play after another, stack of play, another positive play. Don't worry about what just happened. Worry about what's going to happen on the next play. They follow his lead.
Ryan Hill trying to follow his blocks. Running over dudes, picks up 6.
Wanda. All right, here we go. Automatic front. Jaws, Tokyo. Automatic front, Jaws, Tokyo.
Right, back. 19-1.
I heard one of the old linemen say, run that again. Bonnie Haskins shifting to the right along with Jake Sutherland, the other tight end. They run it to the left. And another big run by Brian Hill. The O-line, you can tell they're starting to get confident.
They are. They're starting to get amped up a little bit.
Move Trey right.
When they're calling for the run to play again,
53 weak.
Move to stay right. Ralph on 1.
Yeah, there's no question. They're starting to feel themselves a little bit, right?
Pistol.
Yeah. Set.
under 3 minutes play here in this third quarter, and McCarron go down. Evan Bellamy gets the sack.
There you go. 10.
10-10-10.
Unblocked off the edge, 17. He's not falling.
Let's go trough left.
For the token fake backfield. Good discipline by Davin Bellamy, the former Georgia Bulldog.
Hot palms. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's the fourth sack for DC on defense today.
Alert screen.
Set.
Durant in the backfield on 2nd and 18 for St. Louis. McCarron trying to set up a screen to Butler. I have not seen him brought down by the first tackler tonight.
Tough to do when you're 6'6", 230.
Move the train through Jet F. Trusted that.
So Lewis started 1-8 on 3rd downs, but the last drive, Luke's, they've got it rolling now.
They do, but now they've got themselves again behind the chains because of the sack. Now you have 3rd and 10. This is a big down.
Set. 180.
3rd and 10. McCarron with time through the hand of his receiver, Austin Kroll.
That was close. A.J. McCarron kind of had to put this ball where he put it. If you look at the leverage of the defense, the inside out, he throws that inside. There's an opportunity for number 21 in the safety spot, Monty Nicholson, to step in front of that and pick it off.
He's going to be short on that regardless. But you see where I'm throwing him away? Yeah.
You hear A.J. McCarron say it right there. He's got to throw him away from coverage.
Off flip there with the high-hanging punt. That will check up, and will take a DC bounce and down at the 21. FX Snowfall is back for its 6th and final season. A feud threatens to destroy St. Family. Every Wednesday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on FX, also streaming on Hulu.
Puck is out of bounds. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Spread, we're going to 11 personnel. The personnel, let's go. Spread right, lady. Spread right, lady.
Spread right, lady.
Tom, 11 personnel.
11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back. You hear them say 10, 12, 11. First number is always running back. Second number is always your tight ends.
So DC will start from their own 35. Smith will get 3 on first down.
Spread right. 72, stop. 72, stop.
Check out. 72, let's go.
Sounds like they might take a shot at a little pump on an underneath route and go deep.
Here we go.
4 wide receivers set for the defenders. Tamu, there's the pump. Now he goes underneath, and he cleats it to Lucky Jackson. And that's enough for a first down, and a late penalty flag comes in.
Holdings, they're going to decline. The result of the play is a first down, correct?
Correct.
Decline. Number 17, yeah?
17.
Hard pass. Holding. Number 17 of the defense. It's like that penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Hey, watch the hit to the face. I mean, I'm saying watch it because I bit my whole mouth in there.
Really good throw. You hear Jordan Ta'amu right there. Watch the shot to the helmet. He did take a shot. There's no doubt. Trey Watson, number 33, came up in his kitchen.
That is the end of the third quarter here in St. Louis. DC defenders trying to stay perfect on the season. It is nighttime in St. Louis. What a scene. What a game. You've got to come back. Second in the XFL with 39 points. We are setting this up for a special finish in St. Louis.
Which team makes the fewest mistakes here in the fourth quarter?
1st and 10. Damu throws, finds Lucky Jackson. Will be thrown to the ground after gain of 7 by Maters.
Rachel. Sonic Rachel.
Thanks for joining us here on FX. This is week 5 in the XFL. 4-0 DC, 3-1 St. Louis. Tom, pump fake, got a man open. That's Jackson, cutting it back over the middle, inside the 20. Brought down, what a throw by Tamu.
12.
Really well done right here, because the back vacating the backfield holds the corner. You see the corner jump up. That opens the window there for Lucky Jackson down the sideline. That's just schemed up really well against the perfect call defensively that St. Louis was in. Nice job.
Inside the red zone, looking end zone, one-on-one, jump ball, incomplete. Chris Blair, but we do have a flag.
Offside defense number 91.
Offside. Number 91, the defense was in the neutral zone snap. 5-yard penalty.
That's Taniela Tubo, 11th penalty against St. Louis.
We just say in the fourth quarter, can St. Louis make fewer mistakes in DC? So far, it's not starting that way.
Red. H-man. On one, ready. Hey, left side, left.
Be smart, don't be sacked.
There you go.
So after the offsides, it's 1st and 5 now. Tom flushed out to his right, throwing jump ball again. Oh, that was almost picked off. Mike Hampton knows he should have come down with it.
St. Louis is there to make a play, not just with one defender, but two. And you heard Fred Keiss, the offensive coordinator, say, don't take a sack here. Well, the other thing you can do is be risky with the football. When you're in the red area, you have to have situational awareness and make sure you come away with points here.
That was a good job, though, by Briley Moore, the tight end, to kind of bat that one away. De'Aaron King is in. What do you expect to see here?
Got to see what they do. Call a timeout now. And actually, DC calls. It's a little bit rushed. I think Reggie Barlow, that coach, that man right there, wants to make sure that whatever they do it right.
DC with their first time out here in this second half.
St. Louis has to come up and make a play here.
Harry, we've seen a bunch of 50-50 balls on this drive. If you're a wide receiver for DC, what's the key to try getting some separation here?
Well, it's a 50-50 ball. There's 3 things you want to happen. Either you catch it and be incomplete, or it's a pass interference call. You do not want interceptions. Great job by the tight end batting that ball down on the sidelines.
2nd and 5. They hand this one off to Hammond, but he does not get to the edge. Nate Maters.
Good job here by St. Louis, and a good tackle too by Maters.
DC on 3rd downs tonight, 1 for 6. King using his legs, makes a move, he's in there! Touchdown, DC! And De'Aaron King again, a 10-yard touchdown run. And DC goes up by 2 scores.
Watch the front door open to the left side here in the C gap between 63 and 78 there. And De'Aaron King just sees it. St. Louis is his own. They drop a little too deep for me, and De'Aaron King's going to say, hey, let's take what the defense gives us. They gives us green real estate.
DC decides to go for 2. Jordan Ta'amu is back in at quarterback, looking right, decides to scramble back to his left. Will he get there? Yes, he will. 2-point conversion is good. Ta'amu looking good, and DC sitting pretty, up 16.
The value of a mobile quarterback, the value of a running quarterback that forces the defense to have to account for all 11 offensive players. Wow. Reggie Barlow, man, a few words, but he...
So well over that number as well. But under better, who were confident after that scoreless first quarter, sweating bullets right now with the total sitting at 40 because St. Louis obviously going to do whatever they can to get back in this game and score. We'll see what happens here, but looking a little bit more dicey than it was earlier on in this game. Looking at the live line total sitting 49.5. DC laying 12.5. Nothing that particularly piques my interest right now live, and sometimes, guys, the best bet is no bet at all. Just let this one play out.
So basically, you got to tune in earlier to get Stormy's best bet of the game if you're trying to win some money.
Don't wait.
You can't tune in the fourth quarter.
First quarter gal, guys.
Yep.
You got to watch early for Stormy Sportsbook. Remember that. And look forward to the rest of the season.
Stormy's are super
winning people money left and right.
Absolutely.
51. One strike. Wide peel, 51 X spot spacing.
So because the ball went into the end zone, St. Louis will get it at the 35. Jake Sutherland, the tight end in motion.
Keep 51. Hey, Brad.
AJ's checking into the line of scrimmage.
Set. White side.
Karen, quick throw, and that one goes nowhere. Sutherland, the tight end, catches it for no gain.
Troops left. 19 Springer on one. 57. Hey. No, 20's the Mike. Box. Set. White 80. White 7.
2nd and 10. Brian Hill carries a couple defenders on his back. Enough for a gain of 7.
You might, hear AJ Karen say, well, no, 20's the Mike. What he's doing is he's setting the protection to ensure that from the inside out, everybody's accounted for. So he's letting the lineman know, hey, you've got to count 20, and then whoever's going to be a free rusher, if they bring one more than we have the block, I'll account for that player as long as he's coming from the furthest way. The wide edge.
White 7.
3rd and 3 for St. Louis. Here comes the blitz. McCarron had to get rid of it. Was looking for Shepard. Michael Joseph's there with the good coverage.
We got to go for it.
You heard McCarron. He wanted to stay on the field, but the punt team will come on. Do you like this call, deciding to punt?
It's tough because of the running clock. It puts Anthony Becht in a very, very difficult position. The problem is you're minus territory right here. You do this, you don't get it, it could be over. So I'm okay with this, and let's see if your defense can make play.
Will call for the fourth pitch. The 9-part docuseries, Player 54, takes an all-access look at XFL players and coaches. Episode 4 is available now and features a look back at Week 3 matchup against Hines Ward, Joey Porter, and the Brahmas, who took on the Roughnecks, and also former Rams receiver Rick Kroll, coach and son Austin, the BattleHawks' second leading receiver with pro football returning to St. Louis. All 4 episodes are available on ESPN+. I encourage, if you don't have ESPN+, go there now. Download it, pay for it, you will thank me later. There's so much good material on ESPN+, and this docuseries, you will love it. Ta'amu tipped up in the air, incomplete. Woo.
Z glance behind, they tried to throw that slant, and they had it. They had the slant route. Good job tipping the football.
London got his hand on it. 2nd and 10. Handoff is Abram Smith. Collision out of bounds. He got the first down. Chris Cooper, he took the worst of that one. And the defender, Chris Cooper, is still down.
Abram Smith delivering the hammer. Boom.
Hey, Sugar.
Abram Smith, 15 rushes, 180 yards, and 3 TDs. What a night.
Essentially two of those long runs. I mean, he's untouched through the line of scrimmage. Made the final defender miss, turned on the Jets.
The first was 62, the second one was 70, and a good scene to see Chris Cooper get up.
And you reference St. Louis's decision to punt it here, and I referenced the clock being problematic when it runs. What also adds to the issue is if you can't stop the long runs from DC, you're in trouble on defense. They've got to somehow force a second or third down and long attempt, and they have not been able to do that because the ground game for DC's been clicking.
And you referenced early in the game Abram Smith. Back in college, he played special teams. He was such a hard hitter, they moved him to linebacker, and he said, that's my cheat code. I know what the defense is trying to do because I played that position. Sure. And I can hit people. Now that I'm the running back, wait till I deliver the blow. The #1 rushing team in the XFL, just pouring it on the ground tonight.
Outside run to the left here. Gonna go right back to Abram Smith.
Smith charges straight ahead with a gain of 5. Stormy.
Well, John, we've talked a lot tonight about Abram Smith's mom and the influence that she's had on him, because early in his career, when he first started playing, he thought that getting hit hurt too much and he didn't want to do it anymore. But she taught him to be the hammer and not the nail. He said that she would tell him that before every single game, and clearly has made an impact on his career.
I mean, just look at his helmet. He's got the blue streaks from St. Louis on his helmet. He's delivering the pain. Back to Smith again. Another first down, picks up 9. Lakeem Williams goes for a ride on his back.
Look at those numbers right there. And credit this offensive line. They've got multiple new starters. All right, they traded their right tackle to Orlando 2 weeks ago. Finally have they still don't have starting center back, so they've had multiple guys in different spots.
1st and 10. Smith to the right side this time. And he picks up 10 again on first down.
This is just a lineup. We're better than you are. Stop us.
Abram Smith up over 200 yards on the ground. 204 with 3 TDs.
Yeah. You're averaging a first down per run. Not a bad day.
They go back to Smith. He's pushed back, reverses course, and he'll be stopped for a huge loss. Trey Watson, the first guy to apply the pressure. At some point, Abram Smith has got to get a breather, and there he goes, trotting off the field.
He doesn't want one.
So with that loss, he's now at 199 on the night. Brings up 2nd and 15.
So 29 again should be coming right over here. Unless they check it, go to the other side.
Ray Calais is in at the running back. His first touch, hand wrapped up. Kevin Atkins, he was being blocked, still got a hand on the running back, a loss 4. It looks like Atkins now down after making that tackle.
I like the pride and the effort from St. Louis along their defensive front, because 3 plays ago, it looked like they might have folded their lawn chair and say, we're going home.
The medical team will attend to Kevin Atkins on the ground. We will step aside here in this fourth quarter. DC showing some love, up 28-12. Ball here in FX. Orlando Guardians, Vegas Vipers. One team will get their first win here in the XFL. But we are not done yet here in St. Louis. A big third down coming up. And remember, because the rules here in the XFL can get the ball back, you don't have to go for an onside kick. Ta'amu will run it himself. He will be stopped short of the marker on 3rd and 19. Ta'amu, he felt that one.
That hurt. They always do.
We've seen big comebacks in the XFL before here in this fourth quarter. If St. Louis, when they get the ball back and score, they can decide instead of an onside kick to go for a 4th and 15 and keep the ball again.
Yep, and they're the only team in the league that's been successful doing it.
High end over end punt. We do have a penalty down. Let's see what this flag is. The pro balls for the fair catch.
Holding by the return team. So we get a fair catch. Excuse me, kicking team. We're going to attack that. 57, yeah?
Attack it off, please.
Holding. The 57 of the kicking team. This 10-yard penalty will get it to the end of the play. First down. Deep blue.
Let's just work in the system.
Down by 16. St. Louis gets the ball back. Stormy, you're on that St. Louis sideline. What's the pulse? What's the mood right now as they try to come back?
It's been largely like monotone, I guess is the best way to put it, kind of flat. There hasn't been energy. There hasn't been heads down either. Just kind of a lot of nothing, to be honest with you.
Let's see who's going to provide the energy. Stormy, appreciate that. 6:02 to play here in the fourth. McCarron completes his first pass of the drive. Once to Akeem Butler, gain of 5.
They got to go. They got to go fast.
Double left. True. True.
Remember, the clock will continue to run until the final time in final 2 minutes.
Set. 180. 110.
2nd and 5. Karen finds Butler again. Get off! Stiff arm. Still can't bring him down across the 45. Jamal Brooks took a hand to the face.
Little pitch and catch.
Swamp right. Taxi up. Jet. 200 jet. Dragon. F choice. Set. 180.
5 minutes play here in this fourth quarter. McCarron on the out route completes it to Austin Kroll, a gain of 6. Clock will continue to run.
Let's go move to trench right. Move to trench right. Action. Jet wide cheese.
No, here we go. One track. Jet.
Let's go.
Vince, take off.
Bruce Gronkowski's right. They got to get going. They're taking way too long here.
Here we go. Green jet. Set.
Play clock's at 5.
180. 110.
McCarron airing it out. Downfield. Got him! Steve Mitchell Jr. a 50-yard bomb. And St. Louis is not done yet.
Cheetah. Good job.
Considering the time that St. Louis was losing.
51 Dusty.
That's exactly what they needed.
Let's go.
51 Dusty. H-Bow. Hey, ball to be left.
For St. Louis, that was their longest play from scrimmage this season. A 50-yard touchdown pass as the Streamers coming on the field. In DC, we've got Lemons. We got streamers / toilet paper, all the fun stuff.
These fans just want to see a game in the fourth quarter come down one possession.
Man, there is nothing like the XFL. Every stadium is unique. Every fan base is unique. And these games are coming down to the wire. This is some good football. St. Louis is going for 2 from the 5-yard line. McCarron looking left. Got it. Mitchell Jr. 2-point conversion is good.
See Stephen Mitchell, you see that corner kind of hanging. Mitch puts the move on him, starts to eat up the cushion between him and the defender, and then just runs by him. Safety 21, Monte Nicholson can't get off the hash, and then A.J. McCarron threads the needle here, zips one back into Mitchell, settling into the open void.
Let's go. We ain't out of it. We ain't out of it.
That's that leadership of A.J. McCarron. We ain't out of it. And I hope you at home don't have any plans. This is going to be a fun ending in St. Louis.
So now it's going to come down to St. Louis defense. And again, that explosive play was critical because now the clock played back into their favor. And I did not think they were handling that clock very well on that drive up until that play.
St. Louis has all 3 timeouts remaining. 4:19 to play here in this 4th quarter. Aikman will boot it away. Ezard will let it bounce. There they go. Ezard makes his cut the middle, stop short of the third. Wait a minute, still going. And eventually, whistle's blown, he's corralled down. Stormy.
Well, guys, I wanted to follow up on the St. Louis sideline because I talked about them being a little void of emotion here. But maybe that's just no panic because that's what we've heard about the St. Louis team time and time again, that they never quit. They have this calm, collected togetherness about them. And maybe that's what we saw exhibited there.
Yeah, Stormy, I would totally agree with you. They are very even-keeled. They know they've got to play to the end. Don't look at the clock, just play and execute one play at a time. And now this is where the crowd has to be a factor. This is where the crowd has to affect the communication of this DC offense.
For DC, their best starting field position this half. Abram Smith gets the touch, spinning, dragged down. That was a tough 3-yard gain.
No, let's go. Twins right. Alaska. Let me look at Twins right. One personnel. Twins right. Alaska.
If you're St. Louis, when do you start thinking about using timeouts?
It's got to come here pretty quickly because if you look at the play clock, there's still 15 seconds left. If Jordan Tom, who's smart, he's going to bring that down to about 1 or 2 seconds before he snaps this ball. So it's coming here next play or two.
Clock is at 5. Tom sets his line.
They're going to run to the right here.
There's Smith to the right. Has to bounce it to the edge. Can't get there. Team tackled by St. Louis. It's 3rd down.
Schemes tight. 72. 72.
And here comes the crowd.
Luke, I got goosebumps right now, bro. This is so much fun.
Got some energy in the building.
3rd and 7 for DC. Tom looking right. Not gonna get there. Briley Moore, the tight end, is stopped short. It's 4th down. Oh my goodness, what a game.
You heard A.J. McCarron say it's not over yet. We're not out of it yet. And defense comes up with a huge stop. See if we can get a return of Austin Prohl here on this punt return.
4th 3 and out for DC. What is Daniel Whelan, the punter, having his back here? Kroll calls for the fair catch at the 15. St. Louis with all 3 timeouts remaining. 1:58 to play. It is shirt optional here in St. Louis. Come Smith show on the ground for DC.
Well, it certainly has, and credit this DC offensive front. But when it's got to the second level, it's been all Smith. Turning on jets, lowering the shoulder, and then watch him make the safety miss. Boom! Right there, Biba, and off he goes. Look at the numbers right there for Abram Smith. You've got that. You've got the quarterback run that St. Louis has had to contend with all night long. Yet here we are with an opportunity for the BattleHawks with the home crowd behind them to march down the field and hopefully put some points on the board, win this thing.
McCarron will start his drive throwing off the mark. Was looking for his running back, Brian Hill. Under 2 minutes, the clock will stop. Get out of bounds and completions, and like college rules, you get a first down, they stop it to respot the ball.
Yep. Here AJ saying it's not a chip.
Wide cheese. Strike. H choice. 51 wide cheese, H choice.
What he means by chip, the back chip the defensive end and then went out. He should have just free released. That's what AJ wanted him to do.
180. 110.
On 2nd and 10, his big receiver, Butler, get off me. Just shaking dudes. Brings up 3rd and short as the clock will run.
Dusty. True.
St. Louis still had 3 timeouts here. Third and 2 for McCarron. Pump fakes, and he's sacked. Joe Wallace with the sack for DC.
Not only do you take the sack, you take him 3rd down, and I know what he saw late. He saw 24 lurking in there. And Thula Kelly.
Right now. All right. What people they got out there?
Block.
Yeah, got you. You all right, AJ?
Yeah.
Over here, fellas. Come over here. Hurry up! Get over here.
A timeout, St. Louis. They've got 2 left.
Wide flat. So at middle, AP's working the middle just like on Cook. We got post girls.
Come on now.
Hey, listen up. Okay, I said hot sticks to the old spider check. Tiny widow check. Here we go.
Z short.
It's hot.
BJ.
It's 10. We got Joker.
The dummy. Hurry up.
Here's the play of the game for St. Louis. 4th and 10. They've got it to the 25. 4-man rush. McCarron steps up in the pocket, scrambling, and he's on a 1st down. Brian Hill, running back, saves day.
Well, he corrected Hill 3 days ago. This time comes right back to him. Get out of bounds. Clock stops.
Set.
1st and 10. Throw over the middle. Back to Hill. Cutting back left. He got the 1st down. The clock will stop. Picked up 11. Ball is spotted. Clock restarts. McCarron, pump fake, looking deep, intercepted! Guess who? Michael Joseph, his XFL leading 4th interception, and that's ball game.
The Michael Joseph is just kind of lurk and hang. He knows he's got safety help over the top. So he sees the back releasing into the flat. So he's just going to key the quarterback. We just kind of baited A.J. McCarron into this throw. A.J. kind of short-armed it a little bit. Tried to pump him. And that's just good awareness, good alignment by Michael Joseph. Eyes forward on quarterback. And as you mentioned, John, he has been a turnover takeaway machine for this DC defense.
Harry, I know you love this secondary for DC. How big have they been for this defensive unit?
Second time out of St. Louis. 30 seconds duration. Please reset the game to 51 seconds.
Played tremendous this entire season. Not only in coverage, but also tackling, taking on blocks. It's one of the main reasons why this defense is playing at the level that they are. It's because that secondary, they're going to show up and show out. And when you need a play to be made, Mike Joe is his name.
With the turnover chain, and DC on their way to staying perfect. We'll move to 5-0 on the season. This is one of the toughest places to play in the XFL.
It certainly is. I mean, what an atmosphere, great energy, great fan participation, pride these BattleHawks fans have for their hometown team. Exactly what this is all about.
Abram Smith, he is not done yet. Continues to add to his day. 14-yard carry.
And to top it off, we're going to have a 4-1 Houston team going into D.C., into Audi Field next Monday night on ESPN2. We're going to be 5-0, 4-1 in a fantastic North and South matchup.
St. Louis will call timeout. They have one. That was their final timeout. And now DC can just run out the clock.
Anthony Beck, I think he's so disappointed because I think he felt like this team knew that they blew it the first time around with turnovers and did not anticipate them coming out and playing sloppy and undisciplined the way they did tonight.
All right, Tom, here's the standings you were talking about. DC will move to 5-0, take on a Houston Roughnecks, first place in the South at 4-1. Victory formation for the DC defenders.
Go one more. Go one more. One more.
Last time these two teams faced, it wasn't a pretty ending. But they made sure that would not happen again. They know what the XFL is about, and man, did they put on a show tonight.
Well, they absolutely did. Now the only question is, how long will the Beer Snake get in DC at Audi Field next Monday night?
Both teams will get on the charter back to Arlington. It's one of the unique things about the XFL. They spend the entire week together until they travel to their respective places for the play of the game. DC stays perfect on the season. They win it 28-20 over St. Louis. Let's send it down to Harry in the play of the game for DC.
My Joe, there's no better way to celebrate your birthday, which is tomorrow. An interception. You have 4 on the season. How does it feel, bud?
It feels good, man. Feel even better to get that dub. I had to bounce back. I gave up that touchdown. But, you know, I always say I don't panic in that moment. Stay calm, cool, collected. Ice the game out.
Well, I'm going to finish with this. Oops, you did it again.
Oh, yeah, you know, like I said, I got to bounce back, take advantage of my opportunity. I should have had 3 today, so I got to regroup next week. We got a good team this week, and I'm going back at it again. Got to get that 5th and 6th one.
How you going to celebrate your birthday?
I don't know. You know, we always party in the end zone, so we're going to have the party outside for my birthday tomorrow, March 19th. We got to turn up.
Go have fun, bro.
Appreciate it.
Back to you, Don.
Harry, good stuff. And
Look at the party on the plane.
Boys, too. Yeah, you know that. That last interception by Michael Joseph, he looked like a wide receiver out there. He just went and got it. Let's send it over Sormy, who was the man on the ground, Abram Smith.
Some running back respect there, certainly. What a game, first and foremost.
Right, man. I give all the credit to the guys up front. You know, they opened some holes up for me, and they had my back the whole way. Good reads, good calls. I thought we did a phenomenal job as an offense today. Just passing around, giving the ball. That I thought we did an excellent job as an offense today.
How clear were you seeing the game? Over 200 yards and 3 scores.
I mean, I was seeing it as clear as the front guys will let me see it. I mean, they opened up some really big holes. We talked about on the sideline. We got together, we saw what we needed to see, and then we executed on what we saw.
5 games and 5 wins. How have you guys been able to just string game after game together like this?
We get out here, we just get to work. I mean, every day's a work day. You know, we go to the coal mine. You know, Coach likes to call it, we go to coal mine. Doesn't matter where we're at, we're working at all times, and we come here, you know, the hard work pays off. You know, we came over here with the burn the shit mindset, and, you know, we came over to take over.
Enjoy this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
John?
All right, Storm, good stuff. Welcome back inside the booth alongside my partner. He's Tom Luganville. I'm John Schriffen. Storm Bonantoni, Harry Douglas, great job all the way around. How much fun is that?
Oh, man. I mean, it seems like every week these games just come down to these moments late in third, early fourth quarter, where it looks like the game might be out of hand. These guys just keep hanging around. And I'll say this. The reason why DC is 5-0, the reason why DC is playing the best football is they are the one team in this league right now that makes the fewest mistakes. Don't beat themselves. They don't have silly, undisciplined penalties. They rarely have turnover issues. They're just a sound football team. And sometimes it's not plays you make, it's the mistakes you don't.
Don't forget, coming up next, we got more football here on FX. Orlando taking on Vegas. So long from St. Louis for Storm Bonantoni, Harry Douglas, my partner Tom Luganville. I'm John Schriffen. DC stays perfect, 5-0 on the season, getting the win over St. Louis.